My name is Aaron, and this is the tale of how 5 minutes saved my marriage and precisely ruined my streak of uninterrupted phone doomscrolling. For years, my wife Mia and I existed like two unspoken rules in a tax code, technically together, but not really interacting. Our conversations centered on high-level topics like, can you grab milk? And did you refill the toilet paper? Romance at its finest. Dinner looked suspiciously like a silent audition for a mime troupe. Nights, I curated my own museum of phone apps while Mia turned the bookshelf into a fortress she patrolled until 12:01 a.m. It wasn't dramatic, no door slam, no Hollywood argument, just distance, growing sneakier than my attempts to eat chips without Mia hearing. One night, post-work, I shuffled into the bedroom to find Mia perched on the bed, staring at her hands with a sincerity that suggested she'd just been offered a role as extra in her own marriage drama. She looked tired, not like she'd run a marathon, but as if she'd spent too long trying to solve the Rubik's Cube of me. "Do you have 5 minutes?" she asked, in a tone that frankly sounded suspiciously like the origin story of a supervillain. 5 minutes? I wondered if she wanted to discuss the mysterious vanishing socks or finally admit she was the one who threw away my 2008 fantasy football notes. She just wanted to walk. It was 10:15 p.m., a time usually reserved for deep existential sleep. But I shuffled after her, docile and slightly worried she was about to announce our subscription to Couples Goat Yoga. We strolled under the streetlights like two contestants in a show called Married and Confused. Silence lay thick. I resisted every urge to reach for my phone, self-restraint akin to resisting chocolate in the pantry. She broke the silence. "When was the last time we talked? No phones, no rushing, no pretending we're fine." I would have answered if my brain hadn't short-circuited from the philosophical depth. Instead, I awkwardly nodded, which incidentally didn't solve anything. She explained how she missed us. Not the version currently starring in The Great Marital Sleepwalk, but the real giggling, share one desert us. No blame, just profound sadness. Nothing hits a husband harder than realizing he's been less fun than a malfunctioning Wi-Fi router. Back home, she set the terms. 5 minutes every night, just walking. I weighed my options. 5 minutes off my phone, or risking becoming the subject of her next true crime podcast binge. I agreed. The next night we walked. Radio silence, but now with shared misery. Day 3, she cracked a joke about her boss's obsession with motivational cat posters. "Believe it or not," I laughed. A sound so out of character I almost checked my own pulse. By night 5, I reached for her hand, with all the emotional skill of someone trying to pick up a bar of wet soap. She smiled and didn't call 911. Progress. By night 10, we discussed dreams, like returning to Italy, not just retiring in a house shaped like a phone charger. By night 15, we dug into fears. Mia's, losing our connection. Mine, realizing that every time my phone vibrated during these walks, it was just a Twitter notification about existential dread. These 5-minute walks became a bridge, sloppily constructed but sturdy. The highlight arrived on walk 21. At the park near our house, where the only thrill was seeing who could dodge the sprinklers, Mia said she thought she'd lost me. I realized I'd misplaced myself, somewhere between the couch cushions and the abyss of Reddit threads. "I'm here," I croaked, both as a statement and a revelation. She hugged me with the vigor of someone reunited with a favorite snack they thought had expired. Small moments of togetherness can rebuild what distance slowly destroys.